Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to knit this beautiful and very easy knitting stitch pattern. This is only 2 rows repeat pattern and you need to cast in multiples of 9 and plus 3 extra stitches and plus 2 edge stitches, multiples of 9 and plus 2 extra multiples of 9 and plus 3 extra stitches and plus 2 edge stitches. And you can use this pattern in your Gents sweater and ladies sweater and cardigan. This is how it looks like. See, I have done with the border. If you want to learn to knit this border, then I'll leave the link in the description box below. See, this is the pattern. This is very easy to knit. Wrong side looks like this. See, so let's begin. Because this pattern is only 2 rows, so I'm gonna demonstrate in this swatch. So for row 1 you slip your edge stitch. Sorry, let me focus first. For row 1 you slip your edge stitch. This is our edge stitch, and then purl 3, 1 2 3, and then start the repeat from here after slip 1 and purl 3. So for repeat pattern we're gonna knit these, for these 2 stitches we're gonna knit this first second stitch first from the back side, and then you knit this first stitch from the front side. So knit this second stitch first like so, and then without dropping off this stitch you knit the first stitch from the front side like so, and then we're going to do this for 2 more times, total 3 times. See, for these 2 stitches you knit the second stitch first from the back side and knit the first stitch from the front side. Knit and your first stitch from the front side, from the front loop. See, and we have one more. Knit your second stitch first from the back loop, and then knit your first stitch from the front loop. See, we have done 3 times, 1 2 3, and purl these 3 stitches. 1 2 3. That's the repeat pattern. From here to here, these 6 stitches, 2 4 6, and then purl 3. And you're going to repeat this repeat pattern for however many repeat stitches you have. We have 1 2 3 4 more repeats, so I'm going to repeat that 4 more times. Again, you knit the second stitch first through the back loop, and knit your first stitch through the front loop, and you're going to do this for 2 more times. Knit your second stitch first through the back loop, and then knit your first stitch through the front loop. Knit your second stitch through the back loop first, and then knit your first stitch through the front loop, and then purl 3. 1 2 3. Knit your second stitch first through the back loop, and knit your first stitch through the front loop. 1. Knit your second stitch first through the front loop, back loop, and then knit your first stitch through the front loop. One more time. Knit your second stitch first through the back loop, and then your first stitch through the front loop, and then purl 3. 1 2 3. Again, knit your second stitch first and knit your first stitch. Knit your second stitch first and then knit your first stitch. knit your second stitch first and knit your first stitch, and then purl 3. 1 2 3. Last repeat, knit your second stitch first through the back loop and then through your front loop. 1 through your back loop and then through your front loop. 2, knit your second stitch first through your back loop and then front loop and purl 3. 1 2 3, and then knit your last edge stitch. And row 2, for row 2 you slip your first stitch on the wrong side as if to purl, and then knit 3. 1 2 3, and start the repeat from here. For repeat pattern, you from these 2 stitches you purl this second stitch first and then purl this first stitch. Purl your second stitch first and then purl your first stitch, and then drop these 2 stitches off together, and you're going to do this 2 more times, total 3 times. So from these 2 stitches you purl this second stitch first and then purl your first stitch and drop these 2 stitches off together. Purl your second stitch first and then purl your first stitch, and then knit 3. 1 2 3. That's the repeat pattern. From here to here, for repeat pattern we have done these 6 stitches, 2 4 6, and then knit 3. Again, purl your second stitch first and then your first stitch. Purl your second stitch first and then your first stitch. Purl your second stitch and then first, and knit 3. 1 2 3. Again, purl your second stitch, 1 2, and then first stitch. 1, purl your second stitch and then first stitch. 2, purl your second stitch and then first stitch. 3, and then knit 3. 1 2 3. Again, purl your second stitch first, 1, and then purl your first stitch. 1, purl your second stitch first and then your first stitch. Purl your second stitch first and then your first stitch and knit 3. 1 2 3. Last repeat, purl your second stitch first and then your first stitch. Purl your second stitch first and then your first stitch. Purl your second stitch first and then your first stitch and knit 3. 1 2 3, and for the last stitch you purl. So that's the repeat pattern, row 1 and row 2. Now you repeat these 2 rows, your row 1 and row 2, over and over again until you reach your desired length. So please give it a thumbs up if you like this pattern, and also subscribe to my channel. So I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.